And then there were 4. Welcome, one and all, to another episode of the Blindside Blitz podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Steindel, and today on the show, we will be recapping a crazy divisional round of the National Football League. What a day it was yesterday. What a day. This is what we live for as football fans. Saturday, not so much. There were some unfortunately disappointing games on Saturday. The Patriots didn't even have a perfect game, and if the Patriots didn't have a perfect game, it must not be a great day in football. And yeah, New England ended up with the victory, but it was a victory marred by mistakes, in which Tom Brady threw a couple of interceptions, doubled his regular season total, in fact, and Dion Lewis added a fumble that totaled 3 turnovers for the Patriots, a rare sight in New England, but they come away with the win, 34-16 over the Texans. And then earlier in the day, we saw a rout, 16 points. The high-flying Atlanta Falcons offense proves to be too much for the Seattle Seahawks. And Atlanta moves on to the conference championship, 36-20 over Seattle. So there's not so much to really talk about in terms of great games on Saturday. In my opinion, they were disappointing. I mean, if you like good defense and a few explosive plays, I'm sure you probably did enjoy the Texans-Patriots game. If you like to see Matt Ryan chucking the ball, if you like to see Devontae Freeman making plays, sure. I mean, there were some good plays, but it was Sunday was the big one. Sunday was, so far, the king of all playoff days this season so far. Yesterday, Sunday, January 15th. So coming up on the show today, we're going to be recapping the divisional round. I'll be giving you my picks for the conference championship, and we'll go over the good, the bad, and the ugly of the divisional round as well. I'm also going to get to my rankings of the 4 teams remaining. Best run defense, best pass defense, best receivers, best running game, best quarterback, etc. Best overall offense, best overall defense, all that good stuff. So far in the playoffs, I'm 6-2, which is rather unfortunate in my opinion. Given the games that we've seen, I could have been 8-0. The 2 games I picked incorrectly, I had the Detroit Lions in an upset win in the wild card weekend over the Seattle Seahawks. That obviously didn't pay off. And I had the Chiefs beating my Steelers yesterday, which, props to my Steelers. Primarily, props to my Steelers defense. All that people are talking about is, the Steelers they're done. They're done for. Despite the win over KC, the vibe that I'm getting from the NFL world is there's no way you can beat the New England Patriots. Not on field goals. That may be true, but you can beat them by playing good defense. And that's the fact that has been largely overlooked. The Steelers had some incredible defense. They played some excellent defense against the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll get to that as we move on here in the show today. But we'll start things off with the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons, a game that I hit correctly. I had the Falcons winning. I had them going hitting 30-plus points as well. Picked that one. Matt Ryan, again, his usual incredible self. 26 for 37, 338 yards, 3 touchdowns. Look, I think this team has, in my opinion, no doubt, the 2 best running backs on a single team in all of football. Yep, over Le'Veon Bell and D'Angelo Williams. I'm going there. Yes, I'm going there. As a Steelers fan, you might find that surprising, but I'm going there. Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman, the numbers aren't crazy. For Coleman, 11 carries, 57 yards. Devontae Freeman, 14 for 45 and a touchdown on the ground. Devontae Freeman, 4 for 80 through the air. Had a nice big catch and run in the game. Two best running backs on a single team in football. Bell and D'Angelo Williams, close behind. But, I mean, these guys are just incredible. If you watch Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman play, they're playing like veterans. They're not playing like young guys. They're playing like veterans. Taylor Gabriel is coming into his own. 4 for 71 for him. Thomas Rawls completely came back down to earth. Zoomed back down to earth at full speed. 11 for 34 on the ground. Russell Wilson tossed a pair of touchdowns, but people are saying defense wins championships. Look, if you got a good enough offense, your defense doesn't have to be good. The Falcons can beat any team. The Falcons, I think, are the most explosive team in football. And I'm going to say it right now, they have the best offense as well. Sorry, Packers. It's the Falcons who have the best offense. And I will get to the ranks a little bit later in the show towards the end. Moving along. The next game of the day, Brock Osweiler. Under 200 yards. A touchdown. Count them 1, 2, 3 interceptions. The future's bright for the Texans. They've got a defense. They have a defense. And Lamar Miller, I think, is a very good running back. Brock Osweiler's not the guy of the future. They got to find someone else. They just have to. Tom Brady, 18 for 38, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 uncharacteristic interceptions on his part. And if there's a fatal flaw for the New England Patriots, I think it's their running game. LeGarrette Blount will get you the short yardage touchdowns, but 13 for 41 for Lewis. Blount added 8 for 31. Did not have a good day on the ground, but they get it done 34-16 in true Patriots fashion. And then the game of all games yesterday, Rodgers and Prescott going off. 356 yards, 2 touchdowns for Rodgers, 302 yards, 3 touchdowns for Dak Prescott. If you love quarterback play, this was your kind of game. Elliott had another huge game on the ground, 22 carries, 125 yards. Jared Cook, how about Jared Cook? The vet making some plays, 6 for 104 and a touchdown, as well as a catch to set up the game-winning field goal by Mason Crosby. And then the game yesterday, Le'Veon Bell, just incredible. 30 carries for 170 yards on the ground, breaks the Steelers' single game postseason rushing record. Roethlisberger did not have a bad game. I'm nervous about Roethlisberger heading into Foxborough. To be perfectly honest, as a Steelers fan, Roethlisberger cannot turn the ball over. It's as simple as that. He's going to have to take care of the ball. Enough to get the job done, but I want to see more from Roethlisberger as they go into Foxborough. In terms of rankings heading into the conference championship, best offense, look, all 4 of these teams have incredible offenses. The shocking thing is that I think the Steelers, who many people, including myself, say have the offense that has the, how should I put this, the potential to score at any given moment. Their big play capability. While that may be tops among these 4 teams, I think that they have the worst offense of these 4 teams remaining. I give the Falcons the nod at number 1, Packers in at number 2. The Patriots are the number 3 offense, and I probably have to give the Steelers number 4. But this just shows the high quality, the high caliber offenses that we have remaining in the playoffs right here. In terms of defense, overall defense, I think the Patriots probably have the best defense. They've got an exceptional scoring defense. I think it was number 1 in the league this year. I'll probably slot in the Steelers at number 2. They've been playing lights out. Held the Chiefs to 16 points. And then give me the Packers defense. Obviously, see, that's close for me. I'm probably going to take the Falcons right above the Packers in terms of next defense. But I think the Packers probably have the worst defense of the remaining 4 teams. I think the Steelers have the best running game because of Le'Veon Bell. If we're going top 2 running backs, I give the nod to the Falcons. But because of Bell, they've got the number 1 running game. Best passing attack, I think I have to give that one to Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers just because of what Aaron Rodgers can do. He makes all his receivers look good. Pick a guy up off the street. Heck, Rodgers is back in the pocket for 15 seconds. I don't care how good of a defensive back you are. Your receiver is going to get open if you got to cover him for 15 seconds. I'm exaggerating slightly, but legitimately, at least 10 seconds on some of those plays. The man is incredible. All right, time for the good, the bad, and the ugly of the divisional round. The good, we saw a competitive football game. An excellent football game, one of the best I've seen in a while. Packers, Cowboys, in which we had, in the last 90 seconds, 3 50-plus yard field goals. Kept us on the edge of our seats. Mason Crosby, 56-yarder to take the lead with 90 seconds to go. The Cowboys responded with a 50-plus yard field goal, and then a 51-yarder by Mason Crosby to win the game. That was the good. The bad, Brock Osweiler came back down to earth. Osweiler and Thomas Rawls, really. They just fell back down to earth. But Osweiler especially, 3 interceptions on the day for him. If you thought he was going to have any success against the New England Patriots, I mean, I think he had one good drive, and even that was off a turnover. Osweiler, just not the million-dollar man that they were hoping down there in Houston. And for the ugly, it's Travis Kelce. Shoves Ross Cockrell over for a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and just badmouths the refs. I mean, completely goes off on the refs in the post-game interview. Kelce is the ugly of the week. That's the good, the bad, and the ugly, brought to you by Spreaker, and it's time for my game picks for the conference championship. These are going to be some good games. And no matter what the outcome is, we're going to have an excellent Super Bowl 51. For the AFC, my selection is the Steelers to pull the upset over the New England Patriots in Foxborough. It'll be a shootout, but the Steelers will actually score some touchdowns and win 30-28. Over in the NFC, I'm giving the nod to the Falcons at home to make it to the Super Bowl and knock off the Green Bay Packers in what could be a 49-47 game, realistically. Not quite, but very close. Nod to the Falcons. I am giving them the win 41-35 over the Green Bay Packers. While I think it will be Falcons, Steelers. I mean, who can deny a Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl would be incredible, to say. That would be awesome as well. Quick fact before I check out today. Did you know over the past 14 seasons, 13 of them have seen an AFC Super Bowl contender led by Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Ben Roethlisberger? So Roethlisberger, Manning, or Brady. Every year but one over the past 14 years has been the AFC representative. Joe Flacco repped the AFC back in 2012. That's going to do it for today. The Divisional Round Recap and quick preview of the conference championships. We're going to be back later this week with the recipes for success for each team and the conference preview, the conference championship preview. I'll also have some season awards that I'll be handing out and some rookie rankings, so stay tuned for that on my Spreaker page. But until then, peace out. Have a great week, everybody.